Hello, Wastelanders, and welcome to the Piston Junction Invitational. The time trials are over, so the safeties are off and the knives are out. Up first is James Ironbeard in Warhorse, followed by KingJester in Royal Punchline, Red Dog in Bull Rush, and Karley McFeirce in Clutch Popper. I'm your host, Miles Per Hour, and my companion is Super Z of Mad Mopar Racing.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Well, the switchback's all tuned up and the lights are on and everyone's home. Let's take a quick look at some of the prospects we've got coming out this year. They're all gathered up at Bob's Big Guns and Suspiciously Cheap Fuel, and they are a wild bunch, as you can see. Got Ignis Sean Sparks and Morton Arlo and Peter K, Johnny Piston, Yuri Kudetsov, Stray Dog, and Shotgun Cowboy. Moving right along, we've got Madman, Leo, Cyborg Z2024, Mr. Dark and Angelica, and Craigster 5. Up top, we've got Baby Humongous Cookie, Kitty, Cinder Folan, Ketasim Karina, and Lisa RN. All right, the introductions are over. Let's get to the racing. In lane 1, it's Karley McFeirce, followed by Red Dog. And in lane 2, it's James Ironbeard, followed by KingJester. Ironbeard's off to an early lead, but it looks like McFeirce is actually holding Red Dog back. Ironbeard takes a commanding lead around the Temple of Speed, but it seems to get a little loose right here. KingJester slides right around to steal the win. You can see right here, he just capitalizes on that mistake. But where are Red Dog and McFeirce? Well, it looks like KingJester launched some sort of explosive device that took them out. Now, only James Ironbeard and KingJester managed to finish the switchback in the first round. Red Dog and McFeirce really need to pick up the pace if they want a place in this tournament. And the right place to change the outcome is on the pole position, which is where McFeirce and Red Dog are for stage 2. Now, I don't want to talk out of turn, but you may recall that Red Dog was the very last place finisher in the time trials. And while the time trials are not binding, they're a good indication of how a racer might do on the track. Despite the best efforts of both KingJester and Karley McFeirce, neither of them can push past the roadblock that is Red Dog. And let me tell you, Wastelanders, that's how you win friends and influence people on pit row. Now, Wastelanders, you might be wondering what happens if none of the prospects make it down to Piston Junction. Well, as it happens, we have a protocol for that. In the event that there is a complete wipeout, the stage will be rerun once. If the same result occurs, they're stuck with it. Additionally, there are no further reruns in that race. Right off the bat, KingJester is right up underneath Red Dog, but Red Dog's more interested in Karley McFeirce, resulting in an amazing pile-up. Only McFeirce and Red Dog are continuing down the track. But it looks like only Red Dog gets past the Temple of Speed. But I'll tell you what, I don't think he's finishing. It looks like that dust up in Refinery Corner damaged his engine. Let's take a look at the replay. Red Dog tries to cut off McFeirce, but that only forces her low into Jester, and Jester off the track into the Cracking Tower. And you will believe a man can fly. You gotta admit, it looks pretty good. And there is no way Jester is letting Ironbeard pass him. Well, thanks to Red Dog, updating the scoreboard is rather easy this round. No one scored any points at all. But Wastelanders, that does not mean that there's no score changes. As you can see here, KingJester has very aggressively declared his loyalty to Mars. And as such, I have to award him an additional can. But I don't have to like it. With Jester on the pole and Ironbeard right behind him, I think it's going to be an interesting race. But you can never count out the chaos that is Red Dog. Coming off the line, KingJester's Boulevard Bruiser has an early lead, but Ironbeard and his Mustang is right on his tail. Jester, though, he just opens up that engine wide and he floors it. He's actually got a little too much speed coming into the finish line as he catches too much air and ends up on his roof. And there is no love lost between him and Ironbeard. Hits him once for good measure, then backs up and starts saying some rather unkind things about Jester's mother. And here we can see that McFeirce is angry and puts Red Dog right on his side. But let's see what that does to the scoreboard. No one can deny that KingJester is putting in a commanding and dominating performance. It's going to take a literal miracle for Ironbeard to catch up. Coming off the line, Ironbeard looks poised for a comeback, but there will be no denying KingJester as he brutalizes his way back to the front. His aggressive tactics have ensured that he is the only driver finishing this race. It seems like an ultra-violent and entirely unnecessary victory lap, but that sums up Mars for you. The final standings for Race 1, Season 1 of the Piston Junction Invitational is KingJester in Royal Punchline with 16 cans, followed by James Ironbeard with 6 cans, and then, well, you see the score. But that's racing in the WMD. Please like and subscribe, or Marsec will send a team to your house to remind you to do so. The Piston Junction Invitational is brought to you by Star Corps Industries and Rust Belt Customs.